Alright, I'm back. Freed up some space. It's never, I don't want to lose these videos. I feel like I always wanted to do a diary. I did a little bit, but it just, it's hard to, it's like I have to do some every once in a while, but I've never been able to do one every day. So the video, what you call it, vlogging, is kind of a little bit easier. Anyway, I was talking about, well, Dave was on my last one and some mailboxing. There was another story with mailboxing. That one time, I don't remember if this was after Isaac got his blazer fixed or before, but Matthew Easton was driving because he wasn't drinking that night. Dave was in the front seat. No, maybe it was Isaac. I can't remember if Dave was with us or not. I know Chris Dunn was in the back with me in the trunk. Johnny Jones was with us and Tony Horn. And there could have been maybe Charlie Lou. But we've been mailbox forever. It was a crazy night. Like the first thing we stopped, there was like this and I feel bad, I would be mad if someone knocked my mailbox down, but it was just a mailbox like a barn. We hit it with the Jimmy, and it fell down the ditch, and I didn't even realize it was full of water, like just nasty water. And this is when Chris was just drunk as shit. This is after Bailey broke up with him, and he was having a good time. Being single and drinking, not giving a fuck. And I picked the barn up, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker's heavy. And I tossed it, like Chris grabbed it, he's like, here, give it to me, we're gonna keep that. And I put it through the window. And I dumped probably, I guess, like 10 gallons of water on it from the ditch. I didn't realize it was full of water because I was so drunk. So anyway, we kept it for a while, and eventually we just tossed it out the back. And we had people's mail. We were just looking at mail, throwing it out the back, Chris and me. There was this concrete deer. I tried to get it. It was, oh man, I was in good shape, man. I was lifting weights. And this sucker, it was like 4 feet tall. I tried to pick it up. Of course, I'm sitting there running with it, and I start falling forward, and it just falls on the road, breaks into 100 pieces. So we did, it was done. Can't remember. There was like tons of other things. I can't remember everything. I remember that night, but it was a blur. I remember going there. There was some person they had a little lamppost in their yard. Went and I don't know what we were doing. We stopped on the road. I ran and jumped on top of their car. Jumped off. Some guy who lived down from the high school went on his porch and kicked a refrigerator off the porch. I can't believe I did that. I think that night we ended up at Rockfish Country Club golf course. And we were just out there. We grabbed every flag we could find. We went to the school, Wallace Rose Hill, climbed up on the building. I graduated right before cameras came. You can't do nothing now, which sucks. But we climbed up on the top, and we had this thing called the senior courtyard, which nobody used. They wouldn't I don't know, no one used it. It was supposed to be for seniors. It sucked. I never got to use it. But we threw all the flags down. They had sharp spikes on them. We stuck every one of them in the ground from the roof. Man, Monday. I can't remember. I think his name, my first principal when I was a freshman, I think his name was Mr. Faison or Face, something like that. He was I think he was gay. I mean, there's no big deal. I liked him. He was nice. It was very, didn't worry about him. Man, after he left, we got Mr. Blanchard. Oh my God, man. Dude, Mr. Blanchard's an asshole. Fuck him. That motherfucker, man, he was the most hateful motherfucker ever. He would stop class. All right, let's just do the flags first. Anyway, we came in Monday, dude. He was mad, dude. First period, class hadn't even started for like 30 seconds. And he was on there yelling and screaming like he would do. And he made everybody go around the school and pick up trash for like an hour. Just, disrupting class. A lot of my teachers would bitch about him for about 30 minutes of class because I know it's not the popular opinion, but we had a lot of Hispanic kids who were there who didn't speak English. So our test scores were just going, through the floor. Our English teachers, they would complain all class about it because Mr. Blanchard would get mad at them. they're supposed to be teaching them English. It's crazy. Anyway, we did that all the time, where he would just have tirades, and we'd have to go around and pick up trash. Which to me it was fun. I had fun doing it. You see him walking around just mad as fuck, and it was funny. But and then I think we left like a bunch of beer bottles all along the roof. It was no big deal. The biggest thing we did was oh my gosh, senior year. Right before senior year, we made a huge flag. I cannot remember what was on it. I think we put Camp Boys or something. I don't remember what we put on it. It was like a bed sheet or something, and we ran it up the flagpole. That pissed them off. And I don't remember if that was the same night when we got the turkey and the chickens out of the FFA building. And I had left Miss Hill's her classroom window unlocked during class that day on a Friday. And we went up there. We put the turkey and the chickens in her class. They had like the windows that pulled out. So they were in there all weekend. And I put a hose in there and just let it drip so they'd have water. So I remember I came in Monday. I knew it was probably gonna be bad. It was bad. It smelled like a chicken house. It was bad. I still remember Calvin Johnson's face. I came into school and he had first period with FFA. They had to go in there and clean up Miss Hill's room. I mean, there was chicken shit everywhere. I mean, it was bad. It was probably like an inch on the floor. And he knew that we had done that. I don't know how we didn't get in trouble. We were just good about we didn't say nothing about it. It was in our friend group, and that was it. It was funny though. That was funny. Miss Hells, man. Oh god, man. I wanted to like her. She's such a bitch, man. She's a big old fat bitch. She wasn't real old. She was younger, but she was big, man. A big chick. And she'd always. Oh man, I had science class with her, which I liked science. She called me out one day because my dad was a preacher about how we're talking about the Big Bang, and I can't remember. I just told her what I believed, and that was it. I remember these black girls looking at me like, yeah, you got some balls, Brett. I was like, I do. Anyway. And then I was finally my first love ever, and which will probably always be, was Christy Register. We were friends, and we finally kind of started dating. We never really did. And I'm in there in class with Christy. It was after school, and Miss Hales is like, "Man, that Chris Dunn, he is such a good-looking guy with that dark hair." And she knew that we were seeing each other, and she said that right in front of me. It made me mad. She's like, "There's no offense to you, Brad." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And anyway, she was a tennis coach too. My brother played tennis, and I remember Barrett, a big old dude named Barrett Lovett. He was hilarious. He sounded like Hartman when he talked. He played tennis. He's actually pretty good for a big guy. But anyway, Miss Hell's a tennis coach, and she had a boyfriend that wasn't really a bad-looking guy. He's kind of like like the plug earrings and stuff like that. His name was Diesel. He lived with her. He had nipple rings. That was hilarious. And we made fun of her about that all the time because he was just living with her for free rent, I guess. I don't know whatever happened to her. I don't know what are we talking about now. Anyway, yeah, tennis. I like to go and watch tennis. It was when I wasn't playing anything at the time. It was towards the end of the year, I think, towards summer. It was fun to go up there and watch it. But anyway, so that was the mailboxing. We're lucky we didn't go to jail about that. And there was something like my dad kept asking me. He kept asking me when I was in school about us doing like hardcore drugs, like cocaine and shit. He said that someone had come to him and told him that there was something going on. He kept asking me about my friends. I was like, "Dad, have ever done any drugs? I mean, we drink on the weekends, smoke the occasional cigarette, but I never heard of anybody do anything like that." And I forgot about that. It was one of the weirdest things. I don't know what that was about. I don't know. It was very strange. Never had anybody talk to me about it or anything. It was just weird. Dad just said someone at church that worked for somebody said something about that, but I don't know. It was weird. Oh, I know. Let's talk about Matt and Adam Buckner's party they had at their house. I don't remember when it was, what year. It was like junior year. I think Levi was in town. Levi used to go to Wall. He went to Wall Street at Rose Hill 1 year. I was so happy when he went because he was going to Harold's. He's like, Levi was really my. I love Dave. I love all my friends, but Levi, poor self. I just moved to Rose Hill. Oh man, didn't want to be there. You know, I hate new stuff. I still do. God, man, my parents. We just moved in to our house in Rose Hill. They're like, Brad, you gotta go to this woman, Miss Lynette, and her son Levi. They want to take you to the local pool, the public pool. You know, it's like for just Rose Hill people. You know, me being me. You know, I was skinny then, but still, you know, I didn't like taking my shirt off. I've always been like that. Didn't want to go. God, man, didn't want to go. I sat there probably for 30 minutes, man, not want to go to that shit. Finally, I had to go because mom and dad would leave me alone about it. I saw Levi sitting out there in the van. They had like a burgundy Dodge Caravan. And I can't believe they. I mean, they would make fun of me about that all the time. They had to wait out there for like 30 minutes before I came and got in the car. So I went, and we had fun. And Levi was, him and me hung out all the time. We rode bicycles together forever. Love Miss Lynette. Mr. Garth, you're okay, but you're kind of an ass. I mean, you're not an ass, but you're just one of those alpha male. He's always hitting you and shit. I just got a Jeep Cherokee. He takes his Murphy pig farm car that they gave him and runs in the back of my Jeep when I'm at a stop sign. Just tears it. I'm in a 77 CJ Jeep, rips his grill off the front of his car. I don't know. He was weird. I liked him. The church made him leave because he drank. They wouldn't let him be a deacon. And I didn't even know that at that time. I wish Dad could have, but Dad couldn't really do anything. They just didn't want him there, even though most of those people probably drank, that were on the deacons there at Rose Hill Baptist Church. Man, I'm fucking walking and talking. So, anyway, Levi was in town. He started going to Ravenscroft. Man, I had the chance. I could have went with him, but probably would have had fun. Man, I love my friends at Wallace so I stayed. But Levi was back, and we went over to Matt's like early. It was early in the afternoon. We were in the Thunderbird. I'll go into Matt's from my house, run over a freaking cat. Felt bad, but the cat it was like it didn't die. I know we ran over it because I felt it, and he just ran off. But I guess he was okay. But I don't remember what we did when we went to Matt's that early. I think we just went over there to see if anybody was there. There were a few people, but it was like probably 5 or 6. It was still daytime. Anyway, we go somewhere. We met Dave and Johnny, and we got in their Jeep, and me and Levi were in the back, or Levi and I. And that's when David just got like 12-inch speakers. Of course, we're not listening to rap, we're listening to AC/DC. We go the back way in. I told him there was a back way to go in the mat. So we go through there, which is like through the woods and through a field. And that's how we left. Anyway, we get there like later that night. A ton of our friends are there. There's a bunch of people. Man. Dude, they had beer. And there was a lot of upperclassmen, which we were cool with them because we played football and everything. They made PJ. And anyone that doesn't know what PJ is, it's kind of like Kool-Aid. What you do is you can do a bathtub, you can do a cooler, fill it up with Kool-Aid. You put Everclear in there, vodka, whatever you got. Gummy bears, candy, fruit, all kinds of fruit. Oranges, berries, apples. Well, this is my kryptonite because I've had that before. And it doesn't end well for me because I'm not very good at being drunk. I haven't been drunk in a long time. I like the green because that stuff you can function, but alcohol, I don't understand why it's legal. Anyway, dude, I chugged the cup. It's good as shit. It's like drinking a bottle of Gatorade after football practice. I got that one down. Might as well go get another one. Hang out. Dude, drink them. I got drunk. I was calling black people the N-word, which I did on occasion. Not racist. It's just that all my black friends on the football team, we called each other that. We all listened to the same music. It's not a big deal. But there was this guy there, Jariel Tate. He's okay. But man, he had a habit of just wanting to always act like he knew that I liked Christy. And he always had to be saying something about her. I mean, man, it picks me off, man. Oh, he made me mad. I think I called him that. There was another guy there, this tall, skinny guy. I cannot remember his name. I thought he was going to beat me up. I was so drunk. No one ever messed with me. I kept drinking peach. I remember I walked up the stairs, fell down, picked it up, got a glass. No one was drinking it because I was just dunking my whole armor in there and getting it. And I fell. It was like 2 steps. Fell. Spilled it everywhere. Got me some more. There's so much craziness that happened that night. I remember I climbed up, hit Matt and Adam's sister's treehouse. I don't remember who was up. Something like Tony Horn was up there. I got to the top and I just let go. It was weird. It was like it was like I was looking through a camera, and then the camera went, and then it turned sideways. It was strange. Fell like 10 feet. I could have broke my arm. But I was fine. And then I remember seeing blue lights. And it seemed like I remember the cops there before, but I wasn't just drunk. Then all of a sudden I saw blue lights. Dude, I had brand new shoes. Brand new freaking Nike shoes. I run, jump across the irrigation canal, which I fell into the most nastiest water that you could imagine. My shoes smelled like sewer for the rest of their life. Levi was over there and Pat. And we hid in the corn until they left. And then we came back out. I don't think the cops ever came back. They might have. Anyway, I think we were about to go. I mean, I can't remember everything. We were there forever. And I was just looking at Dave's Jeep. Antonio. Damn, I can't remember Antonio's last name. Antonio's the guy who grabbed Natasha Lee's boob in Miss Hell's class, and Natasha got suspended, which is a bunch of bullcrap because she slapped him. But he grabbed her titty hard, which he deserved that. Anyway, he was in the back with this chick. I can't. Natasha Lee was fine as hell. This girl, she's okay, but she's kind of big. Anyway, they were in the back, getting it on. Dave had no idea they were just back there banging in the back of his Jeep. Anyway, that got done. So we all rounded up everybody and we left. I don't remember. I wasn't in Dave's Jeep. I was in somebody. I think I was in Isaac's Blazer, and I remember Matthew Eason. I want to say he was driving. I can't remember who was in the passenger seat. Calvin Johnson was next to me. I didn't even know he was at the party, puking his guts up while we were driving down the 4-lane in Wallace. We get out at the Jiffy Mart to get hot dogs because they're freaking awesome. I'm out there running around the 4-lane. I don't know how I never got arrested. Never got arrested in high school or anywhere else. I've been really lucky. And we ended up making it back to the camp, and it got into a blur. Then Peyton, I can't remember Peyton's last name. Kind of looks like Happy Gilmore, but a little more kind of Mexican Indian looking. His truck was there. He had an old faded red Toyota single cab little truck. Can't remember who was in the back. It might have been Peyton was in the back, and he was drunk. I was trying to drive. I wasn't going to drive it because I was drunk as shit and it was a stick shift. I knew how to drive a stick shift, but it was like wedged in between trees. I don't know how that happened. Michael Pravat's uncle, which I like, if you're out there one day and you see this, I don't know whatever happened to him. I asked Michael and he never did say nothing. He's all grown up now and he's a EMT and he's too good for me. But his uncle showed up. He just said, "Brad, you're not thinking about driving." I'm like, "No." I was like, "What are you doing here?" And anyway, I don't remember what happened after that. Let's see. What's something else I'm talking about? What is another? I mean, we had so many. There's been so many. Oh my gosh. I want to talk about Levi's incident in the bathroom. Oh man, this was crazy. Man, dude. All right. All right. We were at Royal's Beach House, which is one of my favorite places to go. I loved his beach house. My gosh, the wiring is going out in our house. Well, I don't know who was there. I mean, of course, Royal was there. Braxton, Dave, and them weren't there because Dave didn't hang out with Royal and them. But Tommy was there. Royal's brother, and Lee was Tommy's friend. I don't know what happened to Lee or Tommy. They're both cool dudes. I've never seen someone who can drink alcohol like Lee. I'll tell that story later. Anyway, it's just one of those nights where everybody's drunk, sitting on the front porch. Took a couple hours to drink 12 Coronas with Royal. We were just hanging out, having fun. all of a sudden, people start going crazy, like laughing and shit. Levi's drunk ass is in the bathroom. He was in there just going to town and whacking off. He was so drunk. He was in there just masturbating like hell. He was so drunk. And it was summertime. We've been running around. He was sweaty. he was going so fast. His hand, so he hit himself in the nose. He punched himself in the nose, whacking off. He was so drunk, he kept doing it, and he was covered in blood. There was blood all over the bathroom. Nobody even knew what had happened at first, but that was hilarious. That was I had forgot about that till I was just doing this video just now. I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry, Levi, but that was funny. I wish that was on video. That was funny. Oh man. That's one time when Coach Sellers was our JV football coach and JV basketball coach. He's all right. I think he had mental problems. He had a hot wife. I wonder if they're still together. I doubt it. But we used to go, the football team used to go over to his house on Mondays and watch football. He's the one that wanted to do that. Him and his wife didn't realize we were going to stay there the whole time until the game was over, which is usually sometimes close to midnight or, after 11. I don't remember what happened with that. We went for like a month or more, and eventually I think his wife just got tired of it and it kind of ended. But I was going to pick Levi up in my Jeep at his house. He just lived down the road from me. Had no idea he was in trouble. He's crazy. He comes jumping. He jumps out his window. He's like, go, go, go. I'm like, what are you doing? His mom, Miss Lynette, comes running around the corner. Levi, you're not getting that Jake, Brad. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna pull off slowly. So that's what I did. I don't know what he had done. He done something. He wasn't supposed to leave. So we went to Coach Sellers' house and watched it. That was funny, man. Miss Lynette was nice. She wasn't mad at me, but she was like, Brett, why did you do that? I was like, I didn't know he was supposed to not go anywhere. Gosh, man, trying to think, man. Levi, we had adventures. We just drove around all the place. Can't remember. I remember we were at his house, and when they moved to River Landing, and he was mad at his mom. Like, his mom was not mean. Like, she was not mad. She didn't get mad, but Levi would just get irritated at her. And this is when he still had the Thunderbird, and they had this huge brick bridge, right down the road from their house, where you could see it from his driveway. Levi takes off in the car just to irritate his mom. I don't think he meant to. Dude, he probably jumped he went about 5 foot off the ground. He hit that thing so hard it bottomed out. And it launched him over the top of the bridge. His car still worked after that.